In this video, we will answer the OH questions. Do we really need nitrogen gas in our tyres? We fitted 2 tyres in our vehicle with nitrogen gas and 2 of them with normal air. And over the course of few weeks, we will measure the tyre pressures to really see whether does nitrogen gas last longer. Let's find out. So first, let's get our science right. Normal air already consists of 78% of nitrogen. So when we are talking about nitrogen gas filled tyres, we are actually talking about the other 22% difference. Nitrogen gas has a larger molecule, which in turn less likely to seep through the sidewall. So in theory, nitrogen gas filled tyres should maintain tyre pressure much longer than normal air. And that's what we are aiming to find out. So guys, now we are actually measuring the initial pressure. We will use this pressure gauge. So as you can see, this is filled with nitrogen. We just filled it. So let's it's 250 kilopascal, and then we will measure this over the next 7 weeks.
For the front tyres, starting with both at 250 kilopascal, by the end of the first week, the front left tyre filled with nitrogen drops slightly to 243 kilopascal, while the front right tyre with normal air saw a more significant decrease to 239 kilopascal. As week progressed, the nitrogen-filled front tyre continued to show slower pressure loss, standing at 239 kilopascal by week 3 and slightly decreasing to 236 kilopascal by week 4. Meanwhile, the normal air-filled tyre pressure fell more rapidly to 234 kilopascal by week 3 and further to 232 kilopascal by week 4. Turning our attention to the rear tyres, the initial readings were identical. However, by the end of the week 1, the rear right nitrogen-filled tyre was at 245 kilopascal compared to the rear left air-filled tyre at 243 kilopascal. Over time, the rear right nitrogen-filled tyre exhibit minimal pressure loss, maintaining at 241 kilopascal by week 3 and ending at 238 kilopascal. The rear left tyre with normal air decreased to 239 kilopascal by week 3, closing the study at 236 kilopascal. Let's recap the differences we've observed. For the front tyres, the nitrogen-filled tyre lost 14 kilopascal over 4 weeks, while the normal air-filled tyre saw a reduction of 18 kilopascal. So this makes a difference of 4 kilopascal between them. In the rear, the nitrogen-filled tyre decreased by 12 kilopascal compared to the normal air-filled tyre, which dropped by 14 kilopascal. So the difference is only about 2 kilopascal difference. These results confirm that nitrogen in tyres does indeed last longer than normal air, with a slower rate of pressure loss observed. However, the marginal difference, especially considering the cost associated with nitrogen fuels, does not make it worthwhile the investment for the average driver. The most crucial takeaway for drivers is simple yet effective. Regardless of whether you choose nitrogen or air, the key to maintaining tyre health and performance is regular checks. Refilling your tyres with air bi-weekly is not only essential but also free at many service stations.